Okay, well, we're out here. Let's see. Let's go over here and see how much heat we got in here, what the temperature is. And it is 40. That's pretty good working weather. Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. I think it's summer in Celsius. Okay. What we're doing today, taking the bottom pan off, and we're going to pull this first piston and just, look at the devastation. Every day this project gets closer and closer to the big LS swap. Yep. LS swap, Mustang 2 front end. You've never seen anything like that, have you? Okay, well, I'll see if I can position the camera where oil will pour all over it and ruin it. And I'll let you watch me take bolts out of the pan. You guys are starved for entertainment, aren't you? Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't know if I got enough juice here to, I think maybe I got you a little too close. And I got nothing to put the bolts in. Yeah, okay, well, since it's so easy for me to get up and down off the floor, I guess I'll just make sure every little thing I do requires it. Found something to put them in. That's not dangerous, is it? All right, there's one. Socket came off. Okay, my plan is to let this not take out all the bolts right away, because that is disastrous as far as oil going everywhere. So what I want to do is take them out in the front, leave these two in the middle, then slowly take them out so the pan droops down like this toward the front. Oil runs out. That's the idea. I hope my battery holds up. Just like driving a Tesla. Hope the battery holds out. What's your problem here? Okay. I don't know if you can see any of that or not. But what we're going to do is try to take that one out. Oh, I think we're starting to drip. Yeah. I think my battery's going low on my headlight thing here. There we go. There we go. Well, oh, son of a... Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to have to go find new batteries. If you've got a if you got a Model T, this all looks pretty familiar to you. Take the cotter pins out. Cotter keys, cotter pins, whatever you decide to call them. And, you know, after you fight with those for about, oh, I don't know, hour and 45 minutes, then you can take the bolts off. I've never understood why something that's so hard to take out can just randomly fall out on the ground. But it happens. Ask anybody that's used them. There we go, that's better. I may have to raise this car up because I just may have to. It's like, I thought I had plenty of room under here, but it's starting to annoy me. And when I get annoyed, then I start to swear, and that just means more editing time. I try to keep the swearing to a minimum, but you know, it just pops out sometimes. Okay. And that's the wrong one. I could have swore those were 9/16. They are. What did I grab? Yep. Hopefully the camera's still on what the hell I'm doing. Boy, I am going to spend a lot of time underneath here trying to get these new rods mated up with this crankshaft, because I don't have a way to machine them, so. But we'll see all that when we get to it. Well, there's still Babbitt in there. Okay, I got to remember that little notch is forward. Okay, here we go. I should hear it click up there at any time. Oh, what was that? Was that my bolt? Oh, I heard it click. Okay, upstairs. Everybody up. Yep, there we go. Okay. I think I pushed it down in there. I hope we're taping. Yeah. Taping, recording. Oh, I don't want to have to climb back down there. Oh, there we go. There we go. There she is. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hey, it looks pretty good. All right, let's go over here and make some room and lay this down. Okay, let's see. Need another rag. What's that weird noise outside? Well, them are some hefty rings, ain't they? go back over here. I know you're supposed to use a piston to push these in, but I don't have one. Oh, holy cow. Yeah, baby. Okay, that's why this one pumped a little oil. So we're going to have to get some different rings. While we're waiting for, there's my rag. For rings and refunds and all that kind of shit. We'll clean all this stuff up. And, well, you still can't see my head. What kind of photography is this, anyway? It's supposed to be a professional program here. Oh, there you are. Anyways, we're going to clean these up. And, of course, take these off. I'm going to check these, you know, I pretty much know what the story is here. We'll take out number 2. We'll see what's going on with that. That explains my oiling problem, because they were way too wide, too big of a gap. Which, you know, I thought I did all that when I put it together, but who knows? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just said, oh, new rings, stuck them on, and away I went. Because, you know, I don't know anything. You don't know what you don't know. You know, yeah, it all boils down to this. I'm a guitar player. What do you expect? Huh? Hey there. Just sitting here doing a little bit of editing today, and got me thinking about my YouTube channel. You know, if you would have told me when I started my YouTube channel that in 4 short years it would be hugely successful, have thousands of subscribers, and many adoring fans, man, I would have said no way. Well, as it turns out, unfortunately, I would have been right. To be honest, my channel has been, well, as dear old Dad used to call me, a huge disappointment. Now, there could be several reasons for this. Like, oh, I don't know, I'm lazy. Easily distracted. Or an old man drilling holes with a $5 drill is just not that interesting. Okay, here's the deal. The other day, I got an email from a fella called Arafat Amin. Now, I'm not positive, but I don't think he's from around here. Anyways, this is what he said. It's right here. I recently visited your YouTube channel and was impressed by its aesthetic appeal. I like him already. However, I couldn't help but notice there are several areas that require attention, such as SEO, rank tags, and tag volume. I don't know what any of that is, but hey, he's a professional. Alright, he goes on to say, I am a seasoned freelancer with over 2 years of experience specializing in YouTube video. And I am confident I can assist you in optimizing your YouTube videos to improve their visibility and overall performance. Now, you guys my age know anything that will improve your overall performance, yeah, that gets your attention. Well, there you go. Says it right here. All I got to do is get a hold of my buddy Arafat, give him what is probably a substantial amount of money, and soon I'll be as big a deal as them Kardashians on Star Trek. Yep, soon the money will just be coming in the windows. Yeah, I can't wait. All right, can you see me? Can you hear me? Hi, Earl. Earl's down here helping. Today, we are weighing these pistons with a pin, and we're going to make them all weigh, well, not all weigh the same. Number one, number two, which are stacked in there like this, we're going to make sure they're weighing the same or close as we can get. And number three and number four, we'll make sure. So we got our notebook, and we are going to write down. I'm just kind of showing you how I did this. The dirty little secret is 1 and 2 are already in the box and done. I didn't want to have a disaster on camera, you know, right in front of everybody, in front of God and Earl and all you guys. So this one is number 3 and number 4. And a bonus, I managed to track down new old stock wrist pins, piston pins. So yes, I couldn't get the bushings. They're unobtainium now, but I did get some new old stock off of eBay, and these are hen's teeth. If you need these, you know, I know a lot of you guys are running aluminum pistons, and yes, I live in a stone age, but it's not my choice. Anyway, we got the pins, and we got a piece of cardboard down in this one for some reason. So we got 4 and 3. We're going to make 3 and 4 weigh the same. So I'll kind of take you through how I did this. Then I'll find out it's completely wrong. Okay, 3. What do we got? What do we got? We're using grams right at the moment. Number 3 is 903. Weigh it twice just to make sure. Yep, 903. Oh, I did this completely wrong. I'll edit that part out, okay? Hang on, give me a minute. We can get it awful close. So let's see, number 4 is 12. Just checking again. Okay. Right, this is the one we got to get some out of. And what we're going to do is these bolsters down in here that the pin slides through with the bronze bushings. We're going to drill into those and take out some material. Not all the way down, just in some spots, just enough to take it out. So we're 12.5 now. Let's take the pin out. Is that the new pin? Yeah, that's a new one. And First of all, let's make sure these grooves are completely clean. I don't need to be weighing dirt. This is so unnecessary. All this is just unnecessary. But we got nothing better to do we? No, we got nothing better to do. Got a magnet on the end of this. See if anything left up in there. Bye, Earl. I know this is dull. Alright, let's see what we got. Took out a gram. I don't think 5 grams is worth going after. I really don't. We are going to we're just going to stop there. Good enough for me. There's what it looks like inside. Let me come around here now. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see that or not. See, there's the where I've been drilling into it. And of course these have bushings in them. I don't know if you can see that or not around there. That's the part you can't get anymore. Yeah, I got them pretty close. Now I'm just gonna clean them up. Shut that off. I guess it goes off by itself. Anyways, that was fun, wasn't it? I'm on kind of a time schedule here because in 1, 2, 3, 4, in 5 days, on the 5th day, it's going to be 66 degrees here. I've slated that for test start day. So I got to get the rings on these pistons, get them back in the block, get the head back on it by then. So, I'd much rather do a test start on a warm day than a cold one, so that I know the oil is, you know, flopping around in there. So, I got to get busy. I should be able to do that. How hard could it be? Alright, I guess that's it. Nothing else to do down here. something. I'm just going to tack this on. This has nothing to do with pistons or anything. But I hope in the next week or so to get started on this. Oh. The Dynamo. This is a kit from Midwest back in the oh, I don't know, 30s, 40s, something like that. Little explanation. Flying radio-controlled airplanes has started to become the government's focus because we're such outlaws, and it's just, you got to do this, you got to do that, which, you know, it's all easy to do, I guess. You know, you got to take a little test, and you got to, I don't know, pay them $20 or whatever. There's always a fee involved with the government. You know, that's just how it works. I accept it. You know, I'm not gonna get a pitchfork and head to Washington. I just, if I don't have to deal with it, I'm not going to. So, long story short, I'm getting back into rubber-powered model airplanes. You know, what it's all based on. The whole hobby's based on the rubber-powered planes back in the 20s. So, there's no regulations to follow. You can go anywhere and do it. You know, you don't got to ask permission. You don't got to pay a fee. Blah, blah, blah. So, I'm going to start working on this kit in the next whenever. It's going to be yellow, if you can't tell. Already decided that. Here's the balsa prop that needs, you know, a fair amount of finishing. And this was bought in West Town Hobby, Chicago. I guess I didn't hold it there long enough. Okay, there we go. Anyways, here's the plans. Let me hold them up here for you. Can you see them? Huh? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that ought to be fun. This is an endurance model, contest model. We're not going to try to win any contests, but we are building it because it's rugged. I have a more delicate one over here that I kind of want to fool around with this one first, and then maybe next summer I'll get to fly it. I've had that built for 4 years now. There's the original paper covering. Model airplane dope's a little hard to come by, so we're not going to be using that. Here's the parts are printed on balsa wood, and you cut them out, and it gives you all your sticks. Hardware pack for the folding propeller, wheel, this. What's this say? Original receipt. Okay, the kit was, when the guy bought it, the kit was $1.95. Guarantee you I spent more than $1.95 on this. He must have bought some glue or something, because it's 98 cents. 12 cents tax. Grand total of $3.05. I've seen these on eBay for 60 bucks. So, you know, if you bought one of these in 1935 or 40, yeah, you're making your money back. You've passed away, but, you know, you're still making your money back. Anyway, that's just kind of what I'm up to. If I get this done and I do fly it and stuff, I'm going to take you guys with me out to the field, and probably Jeremiah to, you know, make sure I don't fall over out there and, you know, whatever. Yeah. If you're interested in that, say so down in the comics. Yeah, if you're interested in me doing this, put something in the comics down below. Comments. And, you know, if you think it's stupid, then, you know, keep it to yourself. All right, that's it. Put all this away and be done. Okay, today I've brought you out here, and today's project is I'm continuing to fit the new rods to the crank. Not the perfect way, but the best way I know how. 50 degrees out here today, wind's blowing like crazy, so I got the doors all shut. I've kind of come up with my own process for this, and you know, when I start it up and it just bangs like a screen door, well, I'll be the one to blame. But hopefully that's not going to happen. So I'm going to kind of take you through this, and I'll edit out all the boring parts, which will be about 90% of it, but you'll get the picture. You'll understand, you know, I've got my heart in it, if not my brain, so we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll get started here. This is number 2 rod. Let's see. This way is backwards, this way is forwards. And I've had them on and off a couple times and kind of loosely decided what I want here for fitment. And then I took out one shim. So it should, when I put this all together under there, it should lock up, and that's what I want. I'll explain that later. Let's see, what do I need to tell you? We need this. So, what I do is, I turn the crank, you know, so that the crankshaft is down to its lowest portion on the one I'm working on, furthest down toward the ground. And then I put this piece of wire I made up here on there. I don't know if you can see that or not. It goes over these bolts, and then I wrap it with some electrical tape, and then I put some what's the name of that stuff? Time saver in here and on the cap, and I mount the rod from the bottom, so it's sticking out the bottom of the pan, and then I can do this and work that time saver in and get these matched up to the crank. That's the process I'm using. What do we got here? Dead battery already? Are you kidding me, Clark? Okay, we're going to attempt to film this. What I do, as you can see, I've got my, can you see that? I've got my little piece of wire thing taped on here, so that's so these studs won't fall out when I'm doing this. And you got to make sure, you know, this goes toward the cam, and when you're doing this upside down, it's all backwards, and you got to remember that. And yeah, I've screwed it up a million times. So if it goes like this underneath and swings up like that, then the bolt is toward the cam. The wrist pin bolt is toward the cam. We all got that? Wish I did. Alright. Take the nuts off. Drop them in the dirt. Get a little dirt into the babbitt. That'll help. I've got my shims on there. And they need bending over so that they stay where the hell they're supposed to be, because that's not right. Just give me a minute, folks. You don't want that shim going in here and rubbing on the crank. I mean, I don't know how much harm it would do, but I know I don't want it doing it. Okay. Alright. See, and I've got it turned around backwards again. You really got to be careful. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to lay this down carefully. And we're going to take some of our time saver that we mixed up with some oil, and we're just going to do this with it. I'll bet guys that really know how this is supposed to work and the procedures to be done are just, they've passed out now. So only ones watching are us amateurs now, so we're safe. Hopefully the pros that watch my channel will just forgive me. Fliver and that Baggett guy and all them. Just look the other way. Avert your eyes, guys. Okay, now do we still have it right? Yep, the bolt goes to the cam. We've got this slathered up and this slathered up. And what we're going to do is try to get that like that. This is kind of a tedious job here. There we go. We got her. Got to make sure that's right. Make sure that's right. Okay, now put a nut on there. Come on, baby. Just give me a break. Just once. Give me a break. All right. Are you guys still with me? Okay, we got to make sure this shim didn't shift. That one didn't. Okay, we got this to get on there. Like so. Now we're going to tighten these up, but we're not going to just bear down on them right away and torque them. What we're going to do, because if you do that, it's just going to lock up and you won't be able to turn it. You won't be able to swing this back and forth. This is much easier if the engine's out of the car, but you know, Mr. Lazy decided this was the way to do it. God, I've been having a hell of a time getting parts. When this thing gets back together and gets running, it's never coming apart again unless it's catastrophic. What parts I can find, I can't afford. Come on. Hang with me, guys. Mr. Fumble Drawers here. Okay, we're getting there. I might have put the wrong shims in. Didn't seem to be tightening up. Let's see. We'll go ahead and torque it and see what we got. And I do that from the top with my torque wrench and extensions down through the cylinder. So bear with me while I do that. What we got this set on? 500 pounds? Nope. A little below, between 30 and 35. I figure that's enough. Okay, we're getting there now. Ah, criminy. Of course. Why wouldn't the phone ring? Hello.
Hello, your mom's box is out on the step.
Okay, I'll go out and get it. I gotta go get a box off the front step before some porch pirate comes along, decides he wants it, whatever it is. Oh, why can't I shut this off? Okay. Yeah, it's getting tighter now. Move that back and forth a little bit. You kind of sneak up on it. Let's put a bigger wrench on it from upstairs here. Boy, this is a lot of getting up and down. And I don't mind telling you, it's hard for me to do. Or getting harder, I guess. At least I can still do it. Okay. Let's put a torque on there. And I'm just guessing on this torque. Just guessing. Okay, we are torqued at just under 35. And I feel like that's enough on these old bolts. Yeah, that's how I wanted it to feel. And this is what we do. That time saver is supposed to give you the clearance you need. So, we'll see. I've been out here, I don't know how many hours, and this is the second one. First one I had to come up with a system. I'll admit this one's going a little easier. While I'm doing this, I'm going to reiterate to you the necessity to get parts when they're available. Because my whole plan for this winter has been kicked into a cocked hat. I had dreams of, 10-second quarter miles and 80-mile-an-hour top speed. Now I'll be lucky if the son of a runs by summer so I can just put around town at 20 miles an hour. So, yeah. The days of all them parts are gone, buddy. I know there's plenty of old stock, laying in people's basements and whatnot, but, if you can't connect with people that have the parts, then they're useless to you. Unless a part is in your hand where you can use it, yeah, useless. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll take this off of here. We'll clean up all the parts, clean the crank off, clean that out, put it all back together, and see what we got with some plastic gauge. There we go. Well, It's nice and gray. It's taken off material. We'll clean all this up. Got the right one with the right one. Yep. Double check. Yeah, we'll clean this up. Okay, you still with me? We're going to take this and clean it up in here. Yeah, and what's in here? Say it with me. Gasoline. Yeah. And why? Because I'm the cheapest man in the world. Yes. There we go. Notice how they look. You probably can't tell much. A little shiny in here and here. But there's one guy on the internet that I think his channel's Model T Tips, and he's kind of my go-to guy for knowing how you would do it if you had money. And then I kind of extrapolate that down into, you know, a guy that lives under an interstate. But he said this Babbitt kind of has a tendency to move around when the engine's running, and it kind of seeks its own level, he says. So, you know, if this comes flying out the side of an engine, I know who to call. Model T Tips. I don't know the address, but I'll tell you what, I will put it down in the wording under the video. At least I'll try to remember that. That doesn't look bad at all. Some guys, when they, you know, get back home and go into the house, their loving home, and their wife greets them at the door and says, "I'm so happy you're back. I love you so much." Guys like me, my wife says, "You smell like gas." Okay, well, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Things are moving along at a snail's pace. I apologize for things maybe not being quite as entertaining as they usually are, but I'm really trying to get this thing back to running, you know, so I can get it back on the road. So I know it's a long, drawn-out process, and maybe we'll get a little more comedy and a little more entertainment and tomfoolery here pretty soon, but you know, I'm doing the best I can with what I got to work with, okay? All right. Well, that's it for this week, and if you feel like donating, down in the bottom is the thing you click on to throw your money down a rat hole. And if you don't feel like doing that, that's perfectly fine with me. I won't think any less of you. I may spread a few rumors, but, you know, nothing more than that. You know, I'm not going to stand outside your house and throw rocks through your window or anything if you don't give me money. Although, no, I can't do that. See you next time.